Good evening, everybody. Today I would like to tie you a fly called the red ass. It's also tied in green, and then there's also the partridge in orange. But this is going to be the red ass fly, and it's size 14 nymph hook is what I'm using, and usually the most common size hook that I use for the Ozark rivers that I fish with this fly. Uh, Reasonably easy fly. The hackle gets kind of interesting sometimes, but I think I found an easy way to make that a little easier. So I'm using 210 denier red thread. This is a hen soft hackle. I think a lot of times people use the another type of soft hackle called partridge. It's a lot more expensive than this. This is why I use this, and to me, this works just as well. And some peacock curl. This is the way I tie it. You can pull other people's videos up, and they tie it tremendously differently than I do in some situations, but for me, this is the easiest way. So I start my thread here in the middle, and with touching wraps, I bring it to the back, and I'll go ahead and cut this tag off. After I cut the tag off, I'll put a couple more wraps in the back, then I come to the front. Okay, when I get to the front, I stop my thread as soon as probably right around the tip, maybe just a shade before. And now it's time for my peacock curl. And I'm going to lay this straight on top, and I'm going to stop the tip of this peacock curl right where I want my thread to stop. Now I want my thread to stop probably, if I look at the size of this eye hook, 2 lengths of those back approximately. That's what I want anyway. So let's see here. Then I'll bring that to the front and stop it right there. Now I'm going to wrap this to the front. Okay. I wrap it pretty tight. I think the more you get in there, the better it comes out, so don't be real sparse with this here. And, when I get up to my thread, I use 1 locking wrap. Since it's 210, I don't have to do more than that. And then 1 locking wrap on the front of that. I'm going to cut this off. Now when I cut this, I just jab it. I don't snip it, because in case I accidentally grab the string, I don't cut my string. So now what I'm going to do is get my hen, and I'll start from the bottom. You tell I've already tied some. I'm going to pick out a feather that I like. Let's see. Try that one out right there, see if that works out. And you'll notice there's this fuzzy stuff here, so I'll pull this back just like this, and I try to get rid of all the fuzzy stuff. And once I do, I determine that point right there, peel all that other stuff back. Okay, get it all on both sides. I'll peel it all back. So now all I have is this right here. So if I pull just a couple of these fibers forward just like this, that's the only fibers I'm going to need, and that's probably 5 fibers on each side, maybe. Okay, this wing is very sparse. Okay, you don't want a real thick wrap of that. So I'm going to put this in right here, just one wrap. Okay, now I'm going to cinch this up, make sure everything is snug, then I'm going to give myself another wrap. Now I'm holding everything into place. Notice the curve is going up. I'm going to pull the stem back, give myself a couple of wraps here, give myself one more wrap. Okay, everything's secure. Now I'm just going to pull this, but when I do that, I'm going to keep tension on my bobbin, on my thread, and it pulls off real easy. Okay, and that's why I double it back, because it is a very fragile feather. Okay, so now I'm going to do my wing of this fly. And these feathers, I'm going to pull those back just like this. And I'm going to wrap them. Okay. And usually, you only have to go around once, like so. See, it looks like on this one, I'm going to give it one more wrap. Just like so. I'm constantly pulling these feathers back. Now I'm going to take my thread and weave it through there and give it a good holding wrap. And I'm going to weave it through there one more time. This part right here, I like to give it a good holding wrap. So now I'm held in pretty good. I got tension on my thread. Wiggle that around. Boom. Now I'm going to pull these back like so. Take your time. Now I'm going to build the head of this fly. I'm going to start at the very front. Okay. I'm going to butt them up. Take my time. Now, that's about right, the way it should look. That's about perfect right there. If you bring your thread back too far, they'll lay down, and you just undo one wrap. Look at it, play with it, and then decide then. But that looks pretty good there. So now I'm gonna whip finish it. More time. Keep slipping on me. More time. There we go. And I do epoxy this head. Check it. And you notice this is very sparse. I don't like a lot of fibers on that. Okay, it's if you look at it naturally, there's not a lot of fibers in an emerger. There's just not a lot of wing there. When you see these insects emerging, it's not real thick. You want the trout to be able to see the body of this fly. So very little. You could use a toothpick for this if you need to. I don't. Make sure your brush is very dry when you do this. And then after take a needle, run it through the eye, and there you go. That's the red ass. I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully that'll make it a little easier for you to tie. It's not the most easiest fly to tie, but it's not extremely difficult either. So hope it works out for you. Tight fly lines.